Alright, hey, it's Mega here, and I'm shooting a review video on the Falken Wildpeak AT Trail 01 Alphas, okay? So how did I get these tires? These tires are actually from a Rav4 Adventure, okay guys? The Rav4 Adventure comes stock with these, I think it's a TRD Adventure, yeah. The Rav4 TRD Adventure comes with the Falken Wildpeak AT Trails, okay? And yeah, so I got them for a great deal. All right, so the dude that owned these tires before, they took them off and they installed some wider tires on his wife's Rav4, and so he just sold these to me for like 300 bucks. What a freaking bargain, right? But you can actually buy these tires, okay? Don't confuse them with the regular Wildpeak AT Trails. All right, I actually have the Wildpeak AT Trails. All right, the retail version. All right, these are kind of like a watered down version of the AT Trails. All right, so what is the AT Trail? I did a show and tell video on these tires. All right, so I'm just gonna go briefly over them. Okay, if you want to learn about the other AT Trails, I have another show and tell video of it when I bought the tire. I'm gonna install those tires on this vehicle. Okay, but yeah, so the reason I'm getting rid of them, they're not worn out yet, is a good thing. Is that I wanted to install a different set of wheels and tires on my Rav4, and I want to sell these with some meat still left on it, okay? So that way, but people will more likely want to buy it, all right? Because it's a good tire, all right? And, okay, so let's go over the specs of it. Well, let's go over the Falken Wildpeak tire. So this is a Falken Wildpeak AT Trail. It's a tire designed for SUVs, all right, for lighter, you know, it's not for trucks, all right, it's for SUVs, all right, crossover SUVs type of deal, all right, like the Rav4, all right, that's what this tire is marketed for vehicles exactly like this, okay? And I believe on I know on Tire Rack you can buy these tires, and they are cheaper than the AT Trails, but however, there is a reason why they're cheaper, okay, guys? But yeah, some of the features are it has like a stronger sidewall. All right, they're made to go off road. They can do some all-terrain. It's an all-terrain tire. Okay, so it has a stronger sidewall. It has raised lettering. It's got a cool tread that goes on the side to help protect the sidewall as well. All right, the regular AT Trail tire, right, the non-01 Alpha tire, has actually deeper tread also. So. These are kind of like, that's why I call these a watered down version of the AT Trails, okay? And yes, they came from a Rav4 Adventure, but you can order these, okay? I believe these are like the OEM tires for a lot of, you know, whatever brands use the Falken tires. For OEM tires, these are what they use, okay? So these are actually very comparable to the stock tires that came with my 2021 Rav4 Prime SE. Okay, these come in 225, 60, 18. All right, that's what they use for the stock size on the Rav4 with 18s. Okay, and the Rav4 Adventure. You can actually just take like I said, these are from a Rav4 Adventure. I just took them and I just put them on mine. Okay, so and yeah, so that's a scoop. These actually have the same tread wear rating, temperature rating, and traction rating as the stock Dunlop tires for this vehicle, okay? Now, I'll tell you this, those Dunlop tires, they lasted me like 20,000 miles and that was it, all right? They weren't good anymore. They were good when they were new, but yeah, when towards the end of their life, they weren't very good, is what I'm gonna say, okay? So, all right, these have a tread wear rating of 360, a B traction rating, and an A temperature rating. All right, so I did a comparison with the regular AT Trails, and literally the tread wear life is twice as long on the regular AT Trails, and it has A traction and B temperature ratings. Okay, so it is a superior tire to this. Okay, so here's my review. I think if you just wanted a tire that to drive, like do some light off-road and stuff, this is a great tire. All right, it's a great tire on the road and off the road. All right, it's very comparable to the stock tires on this car. Okay, I feel like the handling and the grip and all that is pretty much the same, all right? And you know, the Rav4 is not a sports car handling, okay? All right, so it didn't transform the handling, but it, you know, it's like the stock tires, all right? So if you're driving around with the stock tires on your Rav4 Prime, it's gonna feel like that, okay? Now, tread wear, tread life. The tread life is very good on this tire, all right? I wrote down how many miles when I installed this, and then I checked the mileage I have today. All right, and to date I have 22,686 miles on these tires. All right. Now remember, I said the stock Dunlop Grand Trek tires only lasted me like around 20,000 miles, and I chucked them already. Right? They didn't last long at all. I know some other people were saying they got more life out of them, but I didn't, man. And remember, this is a Rav4 Prime. This vehicle is heavier, all right? It's the heaviest Rav4 vehicle out there, so it's gonna eat through tires faster than the other Rav4s, okay? it's got an extra 500 pounds on the next model, okay? So let's say, all right, that's a big difference in weight, okay, guys? And I tow with this thing, okay? And I've towed a lot. I towed motorcycle trailer. I tow with the motorcycle carrier, all right? I've got a lot of weight in the back. I've got lifting springs in the back to compensate for heavier loads and all that stuff, and it's been a great tire. All right, I have taken it off-road. I've taken it to Moab. I've driven through rocks and rocky trails and stuff. Nothing too crazy is what I'm gonna say. All right, the Rav4, you can take it off-road, but like this what they call it, a soft roader, right? You don't really do like crazy four-wheel drive trails on it. Okay, you probably could if you equipped it like it, you know, like that, but yeah. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. So that's a scoop. It gives you some peace of mind knowing that, like, hey, your sidewalls are reinforced. They're stronger than, you know, a regular street tire. You know, you don't have to worry about rocks cutting up your sidewalls and stuff, and you getting flats and stuff. I have gotten flats on these, all right, but they're just punctures from like screws and nails and stuff, and I've been able to repair it myself every time. Okay. And I believe the tires are about 50% life left, so I think they might go another like 10 or 20,000 miles. Right, guys? Remember, I've already got 22 on these, and they still look like they have some decent tread on it. I would still drive with them. All right, so like it kind of makes me question. The Dunlop tires were the same tread wear rating, but they didn't last this long, okay? So it makes me wonder, like, I think the tread wear rating should be higher than this, okay? Because it's the same rating as the Dunlop ones, all right? Okay, it's a sweet looking tire. It looks nice. I have to say, after like 22,000 miles, they're starting to get more noisy, all right? How noisy are they when they're brand new? They're just about as noisy. Okay. They might be a tiny bit noisier than the stock Dunlop tires, just a tiny bit, but they're not really that noticeable, okay? After about 22,000 miles, I do notice, yes, they're getting louder, okay? They're getting louder. The traction and everything is still good on them, all right? And yeah, so I have nothing but positive reviews with this tire. I've driven it through a lot of in the rain, a whole lot. I drove it through what's it called? The atmospheric river, guys, and that was some of the nastiest rain I've ever driven through, and I got through it on my Rav4 with these tires, okay? Like I said, I did off-road. I've done some sand. I kind of took it on the dunes just a little bit, you know. I didn't want to get stuck or anything, so they'll do sand, you know, and then rocks and trails and all that stuff. Yeah, I did that, all right? But just very, very light off-road stuff, okay? Nothing too crazy, so let's say, all right? And that's with like a motorcycle carrier on the back, all right? And like I said, I did take it to Moab also. All right, yeah, they're great tires. Oh, okay, miles per gallon, all right? Did I notice any drop in miles per gallon between this one and the Dunlop tires that I had before? No, not really. It's pretty much the same, all right? I don't really notice anything. I'm still getting pretty good range, EV range, and pretty good miles per gallon. It's pretty much the same, okay? I average about 40 miles per gallon, and I'm getting about 40 miles per charge, all right? Maybe a little more or less is what I'm saying, okay? Yeah. So there you go. So that's pretty much the review. It's like the stock tire, but better, all right? It's but better, and they're designed to do off-road, some off-road action, all right? And I did it. it's great. All right, all right. I never got stuck or anything, and they never got flats from like rock cuts and stuff. I put them through the ringer, all right, and I've done a lot of towing with them, and you know they handle it just fine. Okay. If you want to see a comparison between this tire and the Wildpeak AT Trail, all right, this is the 01 Alpha and the regular Wildpeak Trails. I will have a video I will have a link to a video at the end of this video, all right. If you guys want to check out the new tires I'll be putting on this, okay. I went with the more expensive ones this time, all right, and we'll see how those do, all right. But it's a totally different tire, totally different size. I'm going from an 18 to a 17, and it's wider and taller, okay. So yeah, it may be different. I may get different gas mileage and all that stuff. So yeah, look forward to that in another like maybe 60,000 miles. Okay, but yeah, so that's the reason I'm taking these off of the vehicles, because I got a new set of wheels and stuff, and I wanted to sell these with some meat still on it. There's still some life in these tires. I've got a slime tread depth gauge here. Let's go check out how much tread depth I have. I don't know how much miles the previous owner put on these tires, but they said they literally just took them off. They bought the vehicle and they took them off. It probably doesn't even have anything. That doesn't even have like 10,000 miles. All right, it's probably less than 3,000, something like that. All right, they're pretty much just takeoffs. Is what they were. All right, and the reason I installed them, I actually didn't want to install them, is because the wheels and tires I wanted to buy, I didn't have money to buy them, and so I had to put a new set of tires on my Rav4, and I had these in my garage just in case, and well, there they are. All right, and I'm delighted to say that they're a great tire. All right, if you don't mind a tire that doesn't last as long as the regular AT Trails, you know, and it's cheaper, but it still looks nice. All right. But it also probably supposedly doesn't have as good traction as the other one, but we'll find out when I get the other ones on here. Okay, all right, let's go check the tread depth, and that'll be the end of the video. Okay guys, so this is the rear right tire. All right, we're gonna check the tread depth on this. This is after about 22,000 miles of my driving. All right, so we just got 4 millimeters of tread. It's just peeking into the yellow here. All right, the edge here, pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. So we got 4 millimeters here. This is it's peeking into the yellow. All right, I think they said you want to replace it at like 2. Yeah, it's pretty close. All right, you can see the wear bars there. They're down there. All right, you can see where the wear bars are right here. There's still some meat on it. All right, you can probably do a couple, maybe like 10,000 on these guys. Okay, this is the front right. All right, we're gonna check the center tread. All right, center tread is at 5 millimeters. This one's actually got more than the other one. Yeah, 5 millimeters. Pretty even wear. I didn't even get a wheel alignment with these guys. All right. Okay, you can see how good where the wear bar is right here. Still some decent meat. I think I recently rotated these. That's probably why. Okay, this is the front left tire. I've got 4 millimeters. Yeah, it's like opposites. Yeah, that's 4 millimeters. It's peeking right into the yellow. Yeah, 4 millimeters. Okay, that's what the tread looks like. Okay, and this is the rear left tire. All right, there's the center tread. Is 4 millimeters. All right, 4. Almost 5. Yeah, this one is 5. So the edge is 5. The center is not 5. It's 4. All right, I don't know why the inside is more worn out than the outside. That means it's overinflated, I guess. That's what it means. All right. Okay, and that's what the tread looks like. All right, the wear bar is right here. Still some decent meat. I wouldn't hesitate to still keep on driving with this. Okay, so these are the new wheels I'll be putting on my vehicle. All right, I'll have a video. I'll put a video at the end of the link if you guys want to learn more about these tires. But if you guys are wondering how much these are the regular AT Trails. All right, the Falken Wildpeak AT Trails, the more expensive ones, and these have a lot of tread, and they're much softer. Yeah, these have like 10 millimeters of tread, guys. A lot of tread, man. Damn. That's why these tires last a long time, okay? I'd imagine probably at first the miles per gallon will probably be not very good on these tires. But as they wear down, it'll probably get more. Okay, so yeah, if you want to learn more of these, I have a show and tell video, and I'm gonna have a vlog of my, when I install these. Okay, and with that is the end of my review for the Falken Wildpeak AT Trail 01 Alpha. All right, 01A tires. All right, pretty much the stock Rav4 Adventure tire. All right, that's what it came up. Okay, but you can buy these tires. Okay, so all right, thanks for watching. Here's Miguel.